Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. Psalm 25:16. David cries out from his isolation. The word desolate means solitary or alone. Picture a man in the wilderness with no companions. David knew this feeling. Saul hunted him, and even some of his friends betrayed him. Have mercy upon me. David doesn't demand justice. He pleads for mercy. The tax collector prayed this way, God be merciful to me, a sinner. Luke 18:13. Pride demands rights, but humility requests mercy. I am desolate and afflicted. David admits his condition and makes no pretense. Jesus taught, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:3. God responds to humble hearts. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. O bring thou me out of my distresses. Psalm 25:17. This describes increasing anxiety. Paul also experienced this in his life. We were pressed out of measure, above strength, insomuch that we despaired even of life. 2 Corinthians 1:8. The expression, O bring thou me out of my distresses, suggests being led out of troubles. God specializes in deliverance. He brought Israel out of Egypt. God brought Daniel out of the lion's den, and he brought Paul and Silas out of prison. Look upon mine affliction and my pain, and forgive all my sins. Psalm 25:18. He asks God to look at his situation. The all-knowing God already understands, but David requests divine attention. David connects his sufferings with sin, but not all his sorrows come from personal transgression. The phrase, forgive all my sins, shows David doesn't ask for partial forgiveness. He wants a complete cleansing. All my sins include secret sins, presumptuous sins, and even forgotten sins. The Apostle John promises, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9. Sin brings consequences. David's adultery with Bathsheba brought family chaos. His numbering of Israel brought a plague. Yet God forgives the repentant heart. Consider the paralyzed man lowered through the roof. Jesus said to him, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee. Mark 2:5. Physical healing followed his spiritual restoration. Sometimes God gives us the grace to endure our suffering. Paul's thorn remained, but God promised, My grace is sufficient for thee. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Loneliness can strike anyone. David's anguish speaks to every situation and reminds us that God sees the isolated soul. Contemporary life increases our solitude. Crowds surround us, yet loneliness grows. David's prayer offers hope because the lonely can cry to God. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in God. Psalm 42:11. David admonished himself. Then he reminded his soul of God's faithfulness. Like David, admit your desolation. Stop pretending everything's fine. God already knows your condition. Acknowledge your affliction. Don't minimize your pain. God cares about your struggles. Ask for complete forgiveness. Don't hold back certain sins and bring everything to the cross of Jesus. Human solutions often fail. Friends offer advice but cannot heal our hearts. Counselors provide techniques but cannot forgive sins. Only God brings complete deliverance. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord, our God. Psalm 27. Remember, communion with God matters more than an immediate answer to our prayers.